Hey y'all, thank you for clicking on another one of my videos. It has been so long since I have came on here and filmed an intro. I almost feel slightly awkward, but I'm just going with it. Like I've said in a lot of my recent videos, I'm sick once again, so I know that I sound super nasally, so please just bear with me. But in this video, I'm going to be sharing 4 lunchbox ideas. I did a poll over on Instagram asking you guys if you'd rather see a lunchbox video or a what's for dinner, and the lunchbox won. So I was happy to do that for you guys. It's been a long time since I have, so I really hope that you guys enjoy it. So I have started a full-time job. I've been there since October. I know a lot of you guys are asking me how I like it, and I'm liking it pretty good. It's nice getting out of the house, you know, going from a stay-at-home mom to the whole full-time working mom thing. It's a big adjustment, but I think I'm finally pretty adjusted to it, and I am liking it pretty good. I do work Monday through Friday, 7:50 to 5, and I'm throwing that in there just so you guys can kind of get an idea of why I'm packing so much food or whatever. I usually do like a snack and then like a main lunchy type deal. But 3 out of the 4 lunchbox ideas is going to be like leftover dinner recipes, because that's just real life. That's what I do most of the time. I just take my leftovers and just heat it up in the microwave that they have down there, and it's just easy peasy. So you'll be getting those dinner recipes. It's just some family favorites that I've made for years. And then I'm going to show you guys the lunchbox that I take, because I'm sure I'll get questions on it. I just got this at a local boutique. I've had it for a while. Super cute. I love anything like floral patterned, but I'm sure you can find something similar on like Amazon. Maybe if I can find it, I will link it. But yeah, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I packed. Okay, so first up, I just have a little side container of blueberries and some of these sriracha almonds. Here is what the packaging looks like. I keep these in my pantry at all times. These are like one of my favorite snacks. I love these. I also have some raw broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots with a little side container of ranch. I found these little disposable cups at the Dollar Tree forever ago. It came with like a pack of 50, I think. Super convenient. This is the ranch that I'm using. It's by Lighthouse. It's really good. I found it at Save-A-Lot, but I'm pretty sure you can get it at pretty much any grocery store. And then lastly, I made some of these pizza pinwheels that I saw on Pinterest. All that's in there is some cream cheese, pizza sauce, mozzarella cheese, some spices, some pepperoni, and they are wrapped up into a low-carb tortilla. And I am going to put in that footage of me making these now. Okay, so I liked these, but probably not enough to make them again, but, you know, it was something different. Up next, this was a really good one. I have been craving some Sloppy Joes, so I made my favorite Crockpot version, and in a little separate Ziploc bag, I just have the bun with a slice of cheese on it. That way I can assemble it once I get to work and heat up that Sloppy Joe mixture, of course. And then I have some grapes on the side with some claws and pickles, and then my all-time favorite chips, these dill pickle ones by Lay's. Now on to the recipe. So I'm going to be dumping in 2 pounds of ground beef, breaking that up, and I'm going to brown it, obviously. I'm also going to season the meat really well with some onion powder and some garlic sea salt. I know a lot of people don't like how I season my meat like in the middle of cooking versus after I drain the grease off, because they feel like I waste spices, but I just found that I like this better. I feel like it seasons the meat better. I've tried it the other way, and I just like doing it like this better. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. So once that meat was fully cooked, I just drained off all the grease and then add it to the bottom of my crock pot. And then I'm going to be dumping in some tomato sauce, some ketchup, followed by some water, brown sugar, some flour to thicken this mixture up, some plain yellow mustard, Worcestershire sauce, some chili powder, also some garlic powder, some apple cider vinegar, and then just some salt and pepper to taste. And then I'm going to stir all of this together. And I will, of course, have this recipe as well as the others linked down below in my description box. I'm just going to pop my lid on, cook that on low for 4 to 5 hours, and then you are going to be left with the best sloppy joes ever. I love cooking in a crock pot. It makes the meat really tender. Next, I'm going to be making a broccoli and cheese soup. So the first thing I'm going to do is melt down some butter into the bottom of my Dutch oven, sprinkle in some plain all-purpose flour, and just whisk that together for a few minutes just to cook out that raw flour taste. And then I'm going to slowly add in 2 cups of half and half. Whisk that together, just making sure that there is no lumps. And then I'm going to add in some lower sodium chicken broth. I'm just going to combine that together, and I'm going to let this come up to a simmer and let that go for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and chop up some broccoli. I have, of course, washed it really well first, and then I'm just breaking it up into smaller bite-sized pieces. I'm also going to be grating up a carrot. I normally don't grate it up this fine, but I just grabbed the first thing that I saw. And then, as you can see, that mixture is nice and bubbly, and it has thickened. I'm just going to go ahead and dump on in those veggies. And I'm just going to make sure that that broccoli and the carrots is all submerged down into that liquid so that it cooks evenly. And then I'm going to pop my lid on, and I'm going to let that go for about 25 minutes, I believe. And while that is cooking away, I'm going to go ahead and shred up some sharp cheddar cheese. This is my first time using my KitchenAid attachment. I'm really liking it. So once those veggies were cooked down to my liking, I'm going to season it up with some onion powder, a pinch of nutmeg, and some salt, and plenty of black pepper. And then I'm just going to simply stir that together. Normally, I use a full 2 cups of cheese for this recipe, but I decided to just cut that in half and just use about 1 cup, and I liked it just as good, so I'll take it for a few less calories. But here's what it looks like when it is done. I have tried a few broccoli cheese soup recipes, but I always come back to this one. It is my absolute favorite. So I'm just going to put it into this little soup cup, I guess you would call it, that I found at Walmart. I really love it. It's got a sturdy lid to it. I, of course, packed a spoon to go with it. I'm also packing some crackers to dip that in. These are the club crackers. I love that they are in the snack size portions. And then I just have some fresh pineapple on the side. Lastly, I'm going to be making some Crockpot chicken and noodles. No, this isn't soup, by the way. So I just have 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts into the bottom of my Crockpot, and I am seasoning both sides with some of this Satiran's blackened seasoning. Then I'm going to whip out a can of cream of chicken soup, and I am just going to dump that out and spread that evenly over top of the chicken. I'm going to place my lid on, and I'm going to cook that on low for 4 hours. So once that time is up, I'm just going to take 2 forks and shred that chicken up. Then I'm going to add in some cooked and drained egg noodles, followed by about a cup of chicken broth. And I'm just going to stir all of that together, and I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper. This is such an easy recipe, but we love it, especially my kids. They always devour their bowls every time I make this, and I love the kick that Zatarain seasoning gave it. It wasn't too spicy, but it gave it just the right amount of heat. So here are the leftovers. As with most pasta dishes, once you put it in the fridge overnight, it likes to absorb all of the liquid. So what I do is I just add in a splash of chicken broth, and then when I go to heat it up later at work and stir it all together, it'll be brought back to life and just as good as when I first made it. And then on the side, I have some slices of strawberries, and I'm going to be dipping those in some of this delicious Oreo dip that you guys so need to make. So to do that, I just have a block of cream cheese that I'm going to add to my mixing bowl. You do want to make sure that it's at room temperature. And then I'm also going to be adding in some brown sugar, and then I'm going to mix that together with my electric mixer until it is nice and fluffy. And then I'm going to add in some Cool Whip. You will, of course, need some Oreo cookies. I just took about a sleeve of those and threw those in my food processor and pulsed those into fine little crumbs. I'm going to add in most of that mixture and just fold that in. Keep folding until it looks something like this. Then I'm going to put the remaining Oreo crumbs on top. Of course, my jar goes off. But anyways, I was trying to do this with one hand to show you guys, but this was really good with the strawberries. I highly recommend it. And then if you are wondering what I drink at work all day, I just do water. I just bring my water container and fill it up with the water dispenser they have there. It's good quality, super cold, love it. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching.